So today I want to talk to you about something a little bit serious involving Eugenia Cooney. So as you will know, she is in the news a lot, the news of the internet anyway. She's always being talked about. There's always new rumors going on about her. And in recent years, for the most part, I don't really talk about it unless it's something inconsequential. If it's something health related, I try and veer away from it for various different reasons, and I will get into a bit of that. But the thing that's going on at the moment, it's not good, and I feel like I need to talk about it and share my thoughts on it and why it's just really not okay. The rumors that are going around about her at the moment are so insanely damaging and disrespectful. So, you might not know what's going on, you might have seen it already. What we're talking about today is that people, specifically on TikTok, have been rumoring that Eugenia Cooney has passed away. This is not true. I want to start that very clearly. This is not true. To the best of all of our knowledge, this information is false, but this has spread like wildfire on social media and people won't stop talking about it. So, this originated on TikTok specifically, where quite a lot of rumors start these days, and it started in a comment section. Somebody commented on a TikTok claiming to be Eugenia Cooney's neighbor, and everyone just believed them with no evidence until fake articles started popping up. AI started giving answers confirming that she had passed away. Lots of stuff that wasn't actually reputable were claiming this, and people were taking it as fact. So here's one TikTok about it. Wait, so Eugenia Cooney actually passed? According to Meta, as in Meta AI, as in Facebook's AI, she passed on July 12th, 2025, at her home. Her neighbor posted the day after, claiming an ambulance was at her house and then a body bag was carried out. She hasn't posted since or been live. I called this last month when she pretty much had a heart attack on live. We have been watching her deteriorate for years and now it's come to an end. RIP Eugenia. Do I think that this person in particular is being malicious? I don't think so. I really don't. Maybe. I think this person actually believes what they're saying, but I think there needs to be a little bit of onus on the person who's spreading this information to fact check. Now, I'm not saying that I never get information wrong. I'm not saying nobody can ever get information wrong, but what I am saying is if you're going to spread something this serious, you better be damn sure. And a TikTok comment from somebody claiming to be her neighbor and a post from an AI source is not proof of this. Eugenia Cooney is a public figure. If something like this happened, it would be on TMZ. It would be on the news. It would be posted everywhere. There is no way that this could be kept quiet. Yet this person is here, and I'm not blaming this person in particular. This person is here spreading this like it's true. I also don't like the fake shocked face. I don't like the using a potential death for views. I don't like any of that. But that's beyond the point. But you can see in the comments now there's very different opinions here because new stuff has come out. Jeffree Star already debunked this rumor. I won't believe anything till I hear it from Jeffree Star. According to Meta, what a reliable source. Ambulances do not take deceased bodies. She passed her home, there would have been a coroner there. Important information. Does anyone use Google? Fact check. Wikipedia says she's still alive. So there's a lot of people debunking this, but when this first came out, a lot of people were believing it, and more people started posting stuff, including this fake article from a very, very reputable source that we all know, right? We've all gotten our news from usnova.pro in the past. I know that's the one source that I go to for news, saying Eugenia Cooney, Greenwich, Connecticut. Had to think about what CT meant, obituary and cause of death, remembering Eugenia Sullivan Cooney. And then it talks about that, and then it shares this article which claims that she passed in her home, and then gives details on her life. Another one of somebody posting something that really just looks photoshopped. Like, it might not be, but it looks pretty photoshopped to me. Nothing about this looks correct to me. We also have
Does Eugenia Cooney realize the reality of where her health is at? Yeah. I'm getting like to an yeah. Okay. Yes, she does. Does thank you. Does Eugenia Cooney's mother know the actual reality of her health situation? Yes. Now, they claim that she's healthy, the doctors don't see a problem with this, blah, blah, blah. Does Eugenia Cooney actually go see a doctor? Nope. Nope. I think there's some speculation that her mom gives Eugenia Cooney IVs. Is this a true statement?
This is pissing me off so much.
Is Eugenia Cooney on some type of stimulants to keep her body energized and moving to keep up with social media? Can I have a big answer? Okay, thank you. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Okay, has Eugenia Cooney and her mother ever had a deep or real conversation about her eating disorder? No. As a mother, I can't imagine what's wrong with her mom. I think her name's Deb. What's wrong with you, Deb? Has Eugenia Cooney's mother thought about when Eugenia Cooney dies? Yes. Is this something that she is nervous for? Yes. Is she nervous because she's going to be sad and miss her daughter? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Is she nervous because this takes away a big portion of their income? A little bit. Is she nervous because she knows the heat is going to be turned on to her? Oh, yeah. Has she come up with any plan of action or not yet? No, she hasn't. Is she worried about what other people are going to come out with? Yeah, she is. Because she knows people know. Does Deb know that people know? She's aware of that? Yeah. Okay. Does Eugenia Cooney realize the reality?
Okay. So that's just a snippet from this person's YouTube channel, and it's very, very rare that I will sit here and I will criticize another creator who's, just making some content, who's not actually, I don't want to say like hurting somebody, who's not committing any crimes, who's not going after people, who's not, just a random creator. But what this person is doing here is absolutely vile. Now, this person is saying, a snippet from my deep dive tarot reading and dowsing rod session about Eugenia Cooney and her family. I'm somebody who's into tarot cards, right? I read tarot. I like tarot. I like that stuff. Am I going to take my factual information from tarot cards? No. Would I sit here on YouTube talking about somebody's health and their potential passing away in the future? Big questions about their life and their medical history and whether they're seeing a doctor and whether they're taking anything. Would I sit here and get some dowsing rods or read some tarot and be like, these are the correct answers, put that out to an audience as if it's fact? Would I do that? No, because this is absolutely vile. You are trying to confirm these things through nonsense. And again, I am saying this as somebody who believes this stuff, but you cannot be you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious. It's not even the speculation at this point, it's the attempting to act like a dowsing rod is going to give you an accurate answer into somebody's health and well-being and their family dynamics, putting that out there on TikTok and on YouTube, letting people take that as concrete fact, and then that then gets spread to more people. It's absolutely gross. I hope this person reevaluates what they're doing. I don't think they will, but this is unacceptable. This is vile. You can do tarot content and dowsing rod content that doesn't involve speculating about people's deaths. This is gross. And I just want to have a quick look at the comments on this. Somebody said this is so fake because you can see her body shifting and hands moving ever so slightly to make the rods move. I knew what the answer was before the rods moved because I can see her body move first. And this person says, I addressed this in other comments as well as a pinned video showing a close up of how it works and what intentional versus natural looks like. However, if I were to be swaying to cause specific answers, both rods would sway in the exact direction. That is so not true because your hands can move them in slightly different directions. What are you talking about? I have body movement because I have chronic pain. What an excuse. And being completely still is difficult. I'm sure it is, but this person's talking about your hands moving. But you just don't believe in this. That's completely fine and okay. But what you're doing is not fine and okay, whether you believe in this stuff or not, because you can't go speculating about the in depth parts of somebody's health and family dynamics through dowsing rods and using that to confirm your own speculation and letting other people use that to confirm their own speculation. Somebody said that they pulled tarot cards for Eugenia recently because I was worried about her. It was Nine of Swords reversed, the Empress reversed, and the Hangman reversed. Hopefully she is realizing she needs to take care of herself. And people are just taking this as fact. It's so vile to me. And while we're on the topic of Eugenia's mother being pulled into this in the questions, because people are speculating that she has passed, people are saying that her mother is taking over her accounts and hiding this fact to keep making money. There's nothing that points to that, nothing to prove that. Does that mean that Deb is completely innocent and everything? No, but she might be. And you can't just make stuff up and say it like it's fact. And this is my biggest problem about all of this because you are making up rumors about a very, very sick person and spreading it all like it's fact. Do you think that's going to help? I don't think people do think that's going to help. Nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. And this brings me on to talking about Jeffree Star. Now, Jeffree confirmed that Eugenia, she's fine. Recently, her dog did pass, her dog Buzz, and she posted about that. And she's naturally very sad, staying away from the internet. I can't imagine how awful that must feel for her. I would be distraught. You would not be hearing from me. You probably would actually when I'm depressed or I'm upset or something traumatic happens. I actually tend to go into overdrive with work and posting and keeping myself distracted. So you probably hear more of me actually. But everybody grieves in different ways. Her way seems to be to get offline, which is fair enough because she gets trolled a lot. Like, I'm not talking about the people who are like, Eugenia, we want to see you get better. Please get better. I'm talking about the people who edit her to look bigger than she is and post pictures of her, who go into her live streams and tell her that she's starting to gain a little weight when she clearly hasn't. People troll her. You can't deny it. As much as you may dislike her, people troll her, and people would definitely troll her about her dead dog. Look at Jacksepticeye. When his father died, people made jokes about it. And Jacksepticeye is somebody who is mostly beloved. A lot of people really, really love him. He does not have as many people who hate him, really, as Eugenia, or even as many people who are concerned about him. But people still made jokes about it. People still made not just jokes, but horrible, nasty comments about it. People still trolled him about it. And that was Jacksepticeye. So imagine Eugenia Cooney coming on here, doing a live stream just after her dog has died. People know that she's upset. Of course, they're going to just rub salt in the wound. Of course, they're going to do that. Anyway, yes, Jeffree did confirm that she's okay.
Just to clear the air, Eugenia is at home in Connecticut. They started a rumor. Someone pretended to be her neighbor and said that there was people outside of her house. None of that is true.
Jeffree Star has spoken.
Okay, we don't need to listen to this person's recap. But I saw the original of this. It is from live, and he was just saying, yeah, she's fine. But this is just the audio of it. So she's okay. All right, and we may be saying, how is Jeffree Star the most trustworthy person? He's not. He's clearly not, right? But lying about this would be insane. It would be a ridiculous thing to do. There'd be no reason to do that. He'd be caught out. And also, he is friends with Eugenia. He's not going to lie about her being alive. That would just be a ridiculous thing to do. But I do want to touch on their friendship a little bit as well, because this is kind of playing into this whole thing that's going on. And there is very few things that I will give Jeffree Star credit for or leeway for or give him any kind of benefit of the doubt. But his friendship with Eugenia, I feel, is one very rare thing where I will. People seem to accuse him of enabling her by being friends with her, and I can understand how to some it may look like that. I don't agree. This is my own opinion, alright? You can agree with me, you can disagree, you can be respectful in your disagreeing, but I don't agree. I don't think being friends with somebody who is ill is enabling them. I don't think so at all. And you really, really need to remember you see tiny portions of people's lives. You do not know what their dynamic is behind closed doors. I'm not saying he's trying to help, but he really could be trying to help. And I know because I had the same accusations thrown at me when I wasn't even friends with Eugenia. We just talked occasionally. I had done some videos with her. We followed each other. We chatted sometimes, right? That was it. And people were saying that I was enabling her, which was really fucking stupid. And it still drives me mad to this day because you do not know what was going on behind closed doors. You do not know anything about private conversations. You do not know anything about how I feel or what I was doing. The fact of the matter is, unless you have or have had an eating disorder or you've dealt with somebody who has had one, you do not know the correct way to help people, because pointing out that they look unwell, that they need to get help, that they're dying, that they're causing irreversible damage to their bodies, all of this logical stuff, it does not work. That does not work. Pointing it out constantly just makes them feel like they're succeeding, because it's a mental illness, it is a sickness, it is not logical. So trying to be there for somebody, trying to be a friend to somebody, trying to be there for them when they're down, or just letting them know that you're a safe space is not enabling them. It's trying to help in any way that you can. And I just don't see how Jeffree being friends with her is enabling her, and that is the only time that I will defend Jeffree Star. The only time that I'm going to defend Jeffree. You won't catch me doing that again. It's a very, very rare day indeed, but it just felt like it needed to be said. And again, you can disagree with me, right? He's done a lot of wrong. They both have done a lot of wrong. I'm not excusing Eugenia of everything ever, right? Clearly. But I don't think her illness is something she should be blamed for. No, nor do I think it's something she should be trolled for, because that's only going to make her worse. Making videos speculating about her health and whether she's dead is going to make her worse. It is going to make her feel either like she's succeeding or she needs to continue with this. That is how these things work. And to spread rumors about somebody passing with no evidence. Now, I know most of these people were not being malicious. Most people who were saying this online genuinely just heard it and believed it. But the rumor had to start somewhere, and there had to be people who knew that this probably wasn't true but just said it anyway because they could get some attention online. It's just not okay, and I think we all just need to do a better job, me included, of fact-checking things. We need to be sure before we say things that are so serious. And if you are going to sit here and use dowsing rods as confirmation of your own opinions on somebody and your opinions about their personal life, you are trash. Really trash. I know most people aren't out to get her, by the way, because they're when Eugenia herself talks about this stuff, she talks about everybody kind of being a hater, including the people who are trying to show support. I'm not talking about you people. I'm not talking about people who say, I'm so concerned for you, please get well. You're not looking well, or I hope you're having a nice day, or Eugenia, we love you, stuff like that. All those comments get said. It's so clear you guys are just trying to help. Maybe sometimes it's not the best way to help, but it's clear that that is what you're trying to do. And intent is really important. But I see no way that the intent of spreading the rumor that she has passed away is in any way a good thing. And it's just gross. So to clear the air, no, Eugenia Cooney is absolutely fine. And she was also in Jeffree's live.
This beautiful, quiet little town, even though my town's way bigger than his, it's still a
So you
small
can see
town.
that her
And
comment
everyone
is
in
pinned here.
Casper is very just different. They're more kind and acceptable than a lot of other states for some reason.
Just take a look at the comments. Could just be her mum on her account. See what I mean? This person says, I highly doubt it. That would be insane. I agree. I'm not believing anything until she goes on live with proof of the date. There can be proof. Her own friends can be saying she's fine. There can be no obituary, no news source, no records of anything, but people will still choose to believe this because it's more interesting than the truth, which is that she's just not been online. And you know what? Maybe she isn't well at the moment. I mean, clearly she's not, but you know what I mean. You can't just speculate about this stuff when you don't know. You don't know. I mean, her mom could be controlling that. I mean, I don't know. Well, I'm just saying. Then the original poster said, I was waiting for these comments. I don't believe that. Honestly, she could be in a funk. Anyone who gets it, who's lost a pet gets it. Anyone can change their name to Eugenia and put that photo as theirs too. Doesn't clarify anything, but I do hope she's well. I'm hoping for a recovery. And this person said, it was her account. Just no matter what you say, how much evidence you give to people, some people don't want to hear it. And again, I know I'm coming off as aggressive in this video. I don't mean to be. I really don't. I'm genuinely just concerned. That is not how you say genuinely. The hell was that? Sorry about that. Genuinely just concerned. And it's so rare that I talk about her. It's something that really upsets me. And I just hope she's okay. And what else can you say beyond that, really? Like, I know most people care about her health, even if they don't like her personally or the things they've done, or the things she's done. They don't want to see any harm come to her. And I'm not trying to give out to anybody at all. I am trying to give out to people who are spreading rumors on purpose and people who are using dowsing rods. Clearly. But everybody else, you're fine. Okay? I'm not angry at you. Just sometimes my tone gets like that. I am half Balkan. You have to remember this. That is mostly what I wanted to talk about today. There was a few other things that I wanted to touch on, but I think I'm just going to leave it here for now because I feel like this is enough for now. The point of this being, as far as we know, she's fine. So please don't spread this rumor. It is false. That is the main takeaway from today's video. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe. Have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!